What's the fuse about crafts, you may ask? Like, craft is crap, craft is crap, and craft is junk. But you might even ask, like, why is Miss Crafty always portraying some craft item every now and then? Craft is beauty, craft is relaxation, craft is aesthetics, and I'd also add that craft is a language. Then, above all, craft is wealth and money. Alright, so let's start with the fact that craft is expression. Have you ever been in a gathering and you see someone who's just secluded, just on their own? They don't really talk too much, not really relating too much with people. Anyways, in the world there are introverts, there are extroverts, and there are ambiverts. Now, introverts, loners, and socially anxious individuals have found just one very good way of expressing themselves easily, which is through craft. This Yves Saint Laurent, I just hope my pronunciation is correct, YSL, the fashion designer who died some years back, he was known to be a very shy person. He suffered from social anxiety. Someone like that, he's been able to find a way to express himself through fashion designing, and fashion designing bears its roots from craft. Like fit your clothes, design clothes, those hats, those wonderful hats, the shoes, the bags, and everything. These are all craft. There are still others in that list, like Leonardo da Vinci, the man behind architecture, anatomy, medicine. Leonardo da Vinci from Italy is actually an introvert, and he was more or less a loner. And you can see he expressed himself through art. Look at that Mona Lisa. It's always staring at you in some way, so that's art. Now, talking about relaxation, holidays such as Christmas, Valentine, Easter, birthdays, these are like seasons or periods when people gather together to spend quality time with one another. Now, during these celebrations, it is not alien to see Christmas tree decorations. Then it's also not alien to see designs of greeting cards, and also wall arts, paintings, and even packaging of gifts. Like, all of this is geared towards the line of crafts. And believe me, these activities are done in a very, very relaxed mood. It's not usually tensed, because being around your family, your friends, your relatives that you've come back to stay and spend quality time with, nothing stops you from deciding, okay, let's go somewhere and catch a glass of unhealthy drinks or even beer. Well, you don't want to do that sometimes. So instead of going to do this, drinking beer and some unhealthy drinks, you can decide to spend your quality time with your loved person by doing something together, something really exhilarating and relaxing. And actually, when you ask me, decorating the Christmas tree together or packaging gifts together, wow, there's nothing more rewarding as that. Like, it's so relaxing and gladdening. So craft actually serves as a leisure activity. Craft is beauty. Aesthetics cannot go without one form of craft or the other. Like, virtually everywhere around you, you actually see craft in display and aesthetics. What I'm saying in essence is that anywhere you turn, there is a piece which actually arouses your sense of appreciation of beauty, which is simply call it aesthetics, all born out of craft. So in essence, craft is beauty, craft is a universal language. Those who seem to be apparently healthy and those of them who seem to be challenged, whether it's physical or mentally, they all have one language of expression. And you see that most people who are challenged, it could be a person is challenged, maybe he's mentally deranged, or someone who is blind, deaf, dumb. All of these people have one thing in common. They're usually highly skilled people in the crafts world. Like their craftsmanship becomes really heightened and they do very well at it. These people make craft items and they exhibit them or sell them. Through these craft items, they end up relating and communicating to everybody through one language. Kids, adults, and old people, all of us are human, but of different age brackets. Now, usually it's said that old people, middle-aged individuals, and kids, they don't really mix very well because of the age barrier and the time, difference. But through crafts, it brings them all together. They relate perfectly well. It could be a child of 10 years that made a very beautiful design. Oh my god, it will be appreciated and, liked by maybe someone in her 60s, someone in her 20s. So through art and crafts, people actually understand each other. It's talking about the fact that crafts is a language, is a universal language. No matter your tribe, the culture, your religion, your ethnicity, your race, or the language you speak in the world, or whatever part of the world you come from. Actually, craft is something that is appreciated by all. It doesn't matter whether I'm from Kenya and I make some multiply colored beads and hang them around my neck and keep jumping like I've gone nuts, or I'm from Nigeria and I love to tie this very long head tie and it wants to touch the sky. Neither doesn't matter whether I am from Britain and I wear this very long, this suit that has this long stuff that looks like a tail from behind, wanting to, probably make a hole on the earth's surface. It doesn't matter. These things are all craft works and they are really appreciated by all. So I could be from Nigeria and I'm longing to have that suit, which is from Britain, that wants to make a hole, whereas I'm busy hating on my own tribe's head tie that wants to scrape off the clouds in the sky. Or I could be a Brit who is longing to own just one bead, one piece of bead from a Kenyan, which is multiply colored but looks so beautiful. It hangs around my neck it's so beautiful. Even when they jump with it, I just want to have just one. I don't have to have the whole bunch that they wear on their necks. Just one is all I need. So craft is a language that is understood by everybody. Then finally on my list is craft is wealth. Craft is money. If you're into crafts, if you deal on crafts, of course, I'm telling you, you will never lack money. Anyway, anything you do brings you money. Okay, well, talking about wealth, money, just having a few naira, a few dollars, a few pounds, a few whatever denomination you own, just having a few isn't wealth. What is wealth is actually, oh my god, having a lot of investments. Now you can actually grow your craft work to that. Now let me just paint a picture to you of, let's say, a woman who is just getting ready today to get to work, and she first of all wakes up from her bed. She's a family woman, of course. Wakes up from her bed and wears her slip-on. That slip-on she's wearing is made from craft, or made through craft. Then she walks into her kitchen, tries to warm this food or prepares food. Well, the pot she's going to use was carved out of craft. It's a craftsman that made the pot or designed the pot in a way. She decides, okay, I'm done with the cooking, let me go and bath. Then she passes through the dining and sees this her family photo frame. Well, that beautiful family photo frame is, of course, an object of craft. Then she walks into the bathroom and turns on her shower. The shower, which is bringing out water, it is an object of craft. Next, she goes again and gets soap to rub all over her body. Now, the soap dish which she's carrying is also an object of craft. Then she's done bathing, uses her towel, wraps around her body, tries to clean up the body first. The towel, of course, is an object of craft, you know. Then the next one is, okay, let's say she's done with her bath and cleans up her body, of course, dresses up, then she decides to put on a wig to make herself look beautiful. Of course, it's an object of craft. Wigs are objects of craft. Next is she gets into her car, turns on the engine, stares down the road, and there she goes. Her wheels, her steering, all of these are objects of craft. Next, on the way, she realizes, oh, I don't have enough money for today. Then she stops by an ATM machine to get some money. The design of that ATM machine was made by a craftsperson. It's a house, of course, and the house that she left behind her is also an object of craft. Then finally, she gets money using her ATM card. Now, you know, an ATM card, of course, was designed, and designs are objects of craft. ATM cards are made from craft. Now, what I'm just saying in essence is that craft is everywhere. But now, coming down to it, craft making us wealthy. Of course, each object that I mentioned, okay, let me just put it to you, give you a little brain teaser. Now think about this. All those items that I mentioned about this family woman, so to speak, let's say you calculate the amounts at which the companies or the craftsperson or the designer used in making them, attach prices to them. Now, as you attach prices to these items, I also want you to consider the fact that these items, each of these items, like, was not just produced alone. You know, mass production is the in thing right now. Now they were produced in batches. So consider the fact that probably each item that I mentioned was produced in a batch of, let's say, 50, right? In a batch of 50. So if that's the case, then you calculate the amount that each company would have made from producing these things, and each batch, maybe just 50, could just be produced in, let's say, an hour. Now we have how many hours in a day and how many working hours. Now for working hours, you think of the number of batches that were produced during a day's work hour. Now you know how much these people make. Now talking about craft, now craft, of course, we use our hands to produce things, but honestly, craft is something that can make you wealthy if you take it seriously and you go mechanized. Having an idea of how these things are produced manually will help you with your logistics when you get mechanized. Anyways, hope this video was interesting and you learned a little from it. Craft lovers, to keep being craft lovers, because there's something on the other side for you. Anyways, if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up, like my videos, give me a comment, and subscribe to my channel. Don't also forget to hit the notification bell so that when I have a new video in store, you will get notified. And if you found this video really interesting, please share it to your friends so that I can get more views. Besides getting more views, it would also help me to get more professional and create more worthwhile content. Alright, see you in my next video. Bye.